telling them we're going to have to add an item to the agenda regarding CARES Act funding, some legal advice on CARES Act funding, and then we're going to come back out here and consider a resolution.
Okay, so we're going to change the session.
Yeah, Rainer's he's got some stuff he's got to tell us about. The way we're going to handle agenda minutes tomorrow, I'm going to entertain a motion to amend the so all if somebody is so
I need to get a copy of that Robert Rules of Orders and get myself a little more familiar with it. Make this easy. I think my mic is working now until
yeah, you have to get it. They're definitely hot. If it's green,
it is. She told me she got it. I was trying to turn this on back off.
you just tap it.
That'll turn it on.
Yeah. I'm confused. Well, Rainer, what's that resolution number? All right, I've got 602, Sonia. We'll wait a second for Sonia. We ready for you? All right, please stand. Do we have a minister here to say the prayer? Not Greg, will you open us in prayer?
Sure. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come tonight and do the city business. I pray that your hands will be upon us and direct us and help us, dear Lord, to do your perfect will for this city, for the best of our citizens. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. All right, welcome to the November 17th, 2020 City Council meeting of the City of Enterprise. Council, you should have had the opportunity to review the minutes, which were emailed out last week, of the November 2nd, 2020 work session, the organizational session, and the regular sessions. I will entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Make a motion we approve the minutes as read.
Second?
All right, motion is second. All those or is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, you've got the agenda in front of you. We have added a couple of items, so I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda as submitted with the addition, after council member comments, of an executive session, and then immediately following that, the consideration of Resolution 11-17-20 concerning CARES Act funding. I will entertain that motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion regarding the amended agenda? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, Cassidy, there is a permit request for Main Street Enterprise 5K Fun Run. Council, you should have that in your packet. Anything you have to add? I know you've already told us about this.
No, sir, it's the same thing I brought up in the last
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah. Chief Moore, you good? All right, are there any questions of Cassidy or Chief Moore? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the permit request.
I move that we approve the request.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, or any discussion, sorry? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now's the time of the meeting for privilege of the floor. This allows anybody that wishes to address the council 3 minutes. Is there anybody in the room that wants to address the council? Mr. Bench, anybody else? All right, if you could approach, let Beverly, our clerk, or just state your name into the microphone. I know who you are.
I came for two issues with paving tonight. One, I want to thank everybody for getting Iroquois and Natchez paved. That has made that a decent street to travel on now that you might not lose your car in. The water main repairs left that pretty horrible shape. The other issue is Heron Creek. Not what we're talking to Stacy about tonight, but repairs at Heron Creek storm drains. There's a little small pond about 104 Heron Creek. The storm drain across the street has collapsed into the gully. It needs to be repaired. And the other issue is the storm drain on across the street from my house at 112 Heron Creek. That went out from Sally and it's been waiting repair. I'm just come to put a little squeak on the wheel here.
Shannon, you aware of these issues?
Yes, I just talked to him, when he's talking about from his house, I just got the pipe in, that's what we're at Thanksgiving, we're gonna start redo that pipe, we're gonna have to replace the whole pipe truss.
So both issues, the 104 and 112 Heron Creek, are on your radar?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I told him I'd meet him out there in the morning, and we will look at everything with these.
All right, is that it? Thank you, Mr. Bench. All right, we'll move on to old business. First item being the approval of the fiscal year 2019 financial audit, as we discussed in the work session. So I will ask for a motion to approve the fiscal year 2019 City of Enterprise financial statements as presented by Carr, Riggs, and Ingram.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to new business. Again, an ordinance we discussed in the work session. Ordinance 1117-20. I will introduce that. It's relating to the authorizing the issuance of general obligation warrants, which are federally taxable, Series 2020. Ordinance 1117-20 authorizes the issuance of 2020 series warrants to refund on an advance basis certain refunded warrants as set out in the ordinance in order to realize debt service savings. In order to immediately consider this ordinance, suspension of the rules is necessary prior to consideration. So I will entertain a motion to suspend those rules as we discussed earlier.
And so moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? Again, this motion is strictly surrounding suspending the rules. Is there any discussions about suspending the rules? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, so that suspension of rules allows us to immediately consider ordinance 1117-20. I will entertain a motion to approve that ordinance.
I move that we approve the ordinance.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion is second. Any discussion? All right, like I told you earlier, I wanted to read a note from David Langham with Fraser Lanier, who was our investment banker on this deal. So he says that the savings total came in at $3.86 million. That's $3,860,000. If you'll remember, they were estimated to be about $3.5 million, so it actually improved. So this amount will be deposited into a capital improvement fund held at Regions Bank. The timing of the issue ended up being ideal. Interest rates rallied about 10 basis points, which translates into 0.1% the night of the election and into the following day. They were flat on Thursday as we prepared the deal for market that afternoon. Orders were good, and Friday morning showed a lot of promise. By mid-morning Friday, the deal was done. We had right at $300,000 more in savings compared to what the council saw Monday night. Timing proved to be fantastic as rates spiked this Monday, which was last Monday. Had the issue not gone to market on Friday, the savings would have been down to $3.37 million, which would have cost the city $500,000. So I'd like to say we were really, really good at our timing, but we were lucky in how everything timed. So we actually hit a home run there with our timing. So David said, fantastic work by the legal team, Louis and his team, Lori and our sales team. Total team effort that pushed the deal and timed the market beautifully. So Lori, thank you for your help on this. So any other discussion? All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, we will introduce and call for consideration of the following contract billings. Ewing Connor and Associates Incorporated, invoice number 12 for $2,000, contract administrative services, 2018 CDBG demolition project. That brings the total of contract billings to $2,000. We'll entertain a motion to approve contract billings.
I make a motion that we approve contract billings.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I will introduce and call for consideration of a request from Stacy Hayes, Interim Director of Engineering, to install the following street lights at an annual cost of $512.16. This is comprised of four 46-watt LED 4001-5500 lumens street lights at the Lake Subdivision Phase 2. Council, what is your pleasure?
I move that we approve the request submitted by Ms. Hayes.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we'll consider Industrial Development Board appointments. I will call for nominations from the council. We discussed this earlier, that John Mitchell and LaPonce Harrison's terms are expiring and they do wish to continue. So I will open nominations now for those two positions.
Do we do them separate or just?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll for the seat that John Mitchell is vacating, I'll open up those nominations.
I move that we nominate John Mitchell for an additional term, I guess we should say.
All right. Are there any further nominations? I'll close nominations for John Mitchell's seat that he's vacating. So, is there any discussion? All those in favor of reappointing John Mitchell to his seat, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, now I will open up nominations for the seat that LaPonce Harrison is vacating.
I nominate LaPonce Harrison for the seat.
Any other nominations? All right, I will close nominations. I will entertain a motion to reappoint LaPonce Harrison to his seat.
I make a motion we reappoint LaPonce Harrison to a seat.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mayor, your report?
First, I would like to say good evening to everyone, and it's good to be back
It's
in
good to
action
see you
again.
back.
And looking across the nation and listening this afternoon, I think Scott and Greg had a chance to listen to the state health director on Thanksgiving is coming up, and we are saying that they're saying that about being careful about crowds, and people moving in and out here and there. And I would like to stress for our city to make sure that we wear our face masks when we are going in and out of areas and whatnot, and let us be protective of each other. We know that right now things seem as if they've gotten out of hand. And they're saying that possibly at the end of December they might have, you know, I lost my thought.
The vaccine?
Vaccine.
Yeah, the vaccine. Yeah, have the vaccine for it. But in the meantime, as we are getting ready, they know this is a flu season also. So again, I'm asking our city to let us be protective and let us work together. And as I say, it's good to be back. And again, thank you for your prayers and thank you for your calls and everything else. Right now, a lot of chicken and a lot of hogs going to go to death.
Mayor, it's good, like I said, good to have you back. Eugene?
Well, I'd like to welcome Mayor Cooper back. Glad to see him. I'd like to welcome Scotty and Greg on board and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Sonia?
Good to have you back, Mayor Cooper, and I'm excited about our savings that we were able to get. That's really big, and so wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.
Greg?
It's good to see so many out and getting involved in local government. I'd also like to recognize my sons, Joel and Daniel, who are very interested in all of this and came tonight to see local government in action. And Mayor Cooper, good to see you back. And like everyone else has said, happy Thanksgiving.
Scott?
Mayor Cooper, it's great having you back. Excuse me, great having you back. Super. And thank you, everybody, for coming out. Mr. Finch, thank you for bringing those issues. Afterwards, I'd like to give you my cell phone number. We can talk a little bit more about that area. And just everybody have a great, happy Thanksgiving, and God bless y'all.
Mr. President, we do have some young ladies here from Enterprise High School. Y'all stand up so everybody can see they're on the SGA. So they're here getting some hours and just getting this wonderful experience of city council meeting. Glad to have you all.
Did y'all have a speech prepared or anything? All right, so we're going to have a little unorthodox approach tonight. We're about to, or if the council so wishes, we're about to enter executive session. Rayner has brought something to us last minute here that he needs to give us legal advice on. So we will be returning, and I do expect us to consider a resolution regarding the CARES Act funding. So I expect this executive session to last 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, I would say. And like I say, we will return and we will be addressing business of the city. So anybody's welcome to stick around and witness what will take place after that. So,
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
all right, is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Be back in 15 to 20 minutes.
Everybody.
I used to live over that area years ago when I first got here to the Army, and then I started. That's what it's all about, the kids. Yeah, we raised our four over that way. Right, I gotta go now.
we, council has back from executive sessions, reconvening the regular meeting. Council, now we will consider Resolution 1117-20. I'm just going to read it in its entirety, so everybody's on the same page. But we just received some legal advice around this. So, this is a resolution approving the application for CARES Act funding. Whereas the City Council has been made aware that other cities in Alabama have sought and received CARES Act funding from the state of Alabama for full first responder, police and fire payroll, which a city has incurred during the COVID-19 pandemic. Whereas the City Council has been made aware that United States Department of Treasury guidance has approved cities receiving CARES Act funding for payroll of first responders, noting that payroll costs for first responders are presumed to be payments for services substantially dedicated to mitigating or responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, therefore, let it be resolved by the City Council of the City of Enterprise, Alabama, as follows. Section 1. The mayor or his designee shall be authorized to submit an application to the state of Alabama for payroll cost of the city's police and fire personnel. And Section 2. The mayor or his designee shall be authorized to take such actions in furtherance of obtaining CARES Act funding in light of the current rules, regulations, and guidance associated with reimbursable expenses in relation to said CARES Act funding, including the pursuit of those services, goods, equipment, and improvements which are set out in the previous council resolutions or ordinances on the same subject matter, in the event the application referenced in Section 1 above is denied. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect upon its passage. So, council, that is the text of Resolution 1117-20 in its entirety. In plain English, this is basically authorizing the mayor and his staff to seek an application with the state of Alabama for all payroll costs of the city's police and fire personnel during the time period specified in the CARES Act. So we think that this gives us the best opportunity to maximize our funds, for reimbursement of the COVID-related expenditures. So I will entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 1117-20.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion, questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I believe that should wind us up, right? All right. And we've already done reports, so I will adjourn the meeting and we will reconvene at 4:30 Thursday, so December 1st at 5 o'clock in work session.
At noon, I believe.
Oh, is that our noon meeting?
I think so.
It's our noon meeting. So December 1st at 11:30 for our work session. All right. Y'all have a good night. Huh?
Don't forget to bring
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we got to sign.